simulation, really, to digitalize, to steal life. It is an anti-life program. It's moving from carbon-based life to silicon-based life to a digital twin of the world that they can control, that is disconnected from spirit.
I'm envisioning a world full of love and peace. Thus my decision is to walk with his beast. Through tones, melodies, poems, and beats. But when the time comes, shoot it out in the middle of the streets. In the bright glow of the dawn, I see myself clearly, bringing in a new day. The old way of doing things is done. I don't care what you say. Monsters don't sleep under your bed. They sleep inside your head. And if you haven't done the shadow work, and left behind is where you stay. I'm envisioning a world full of love and peace. Thus my decision is to walk with this beast. Through tones, melodies, poems, and beats. But when the time comes, shoot it out in the middle of the street. We gotta protect plus homeschool. Our babies is a must. They not just no moms, but also no posse. Spola, worshiping pedophiles. Wanna feed our children's spirits to robots. Turn all of us from carbon-based to silicone-based. Should be where the shit show stops. Get back to doing for ourselves. Water system irrigation and grow crops. I'm envisioning a world full of love and peace. Thus my decision is to walk with this beast. Through tones, melodies, poems, and beats. But when the time comes, shoot it out in the middle of the streets. I'm saying I'm not some master teacher, nor am I some pastor or preacher. Was released represent with this passion to speak of. After doing 25 years in the beast cuffs, realize they tried to teach us spiritual, mental, physical diet. They tried to feed us the fire of our ancestors resides in each of us. With that, I'm inspired to turn this heat up. I'm envisioning a world full of love and peace. Thus my decision is to war with this beast. Through tones, melodies, poems, and beats. But when the time comes, shoot it out in the middle of the streets.
We're really approaching almost like it's a Frankenstein moment. And they're framing it to us as, innovation, right? Like we should all be so excited that this is happening. And,
I know. Hey, T, did I let you use these right here, or was these the ones that, for like the first time, right?
To learn us in every tiny detail,
well,
not to empower us, but to actually transform us into a robotic simulation that is under their full control.
Go down there, I want to weed whack some of that today too, and go up top. And like you already mowed it, you know what I'm saying? Is that battery on charge? Is it charged up? Okay.
Nah, come on. You almost there, bro. Almost there. Survive. Push up.
I do it dies for Chi-Town. Who am I but Chi-Town? You young fool, I'm too fly to just slide out. Blue sky but high ground. My crown slash helmet, so my aircraft still spit. Can't be tied down or even seatbelted. I look down, I see green like a Celtic. My heat pulverizes, the cheese is melted. The remnants of cash money, I dispelled it. You did the fusions in my eyes, I beheld it. The finger
got the people saying hi, T. Everybody saying what up, bro? I'm just, hey, what's going on? What's going on? Up, Rando Ganga, you goddamn right, bro.
Body for real, marquee velvet. Body enough for Mars, she's a female's clip. As a kid, all I did was fight. I did the bit with a knife. I know I can spit my flows to shit. To a fly, though haters want to crucify a real man. I still stand with the still ahead, but we're healing.
A lot of honey and cinnamon.
I'm one tough cookie.
No clothes, man. I'm gonna give you a little history on clothes, ham, wild turkey, raccoon, possum. We didn't eat turtle. I don't know when that started. We don't eat no turtle. That's some foreign crap brought on our land. You eating turtle soup? You better not come around me.
I excel like I'm climbing the step. You got a lot to learn. I am a depth, you of no concern. I am a threat. My measurement.
That's like Germans talking about Germany being great, but they got porn, they got homosexual relations, democracy, and all that stuff. And you know who runs Germany now? The very people Hitler was trying to keep out of there.
Christmas Carol lives what your fans get. Your world's in perils, what I transmit is a transcript, or I just spit it off the top.
Yeah, they feel some kind of way, so they want to keep messing with the account as if I'm going to say something and curse. No, I can do it very eloquently, as I'm going to do this morning, because they little punk coward self. Keep making the little weak-ass storms you're making, and stop pushing the storm you know nothing about, Zionists. Even them little Anunnakis, whatever you got these people running around believing y'all are. That's not what they are. Friggin' idiots. Maybe that might snap them out of their little coma right quick. Keep thinking it's a game. It's flesh, it can die. We can pop a couple rounds and blow your brains out.
I'm really down on y'all. Fellas up.
Lowest. They're low. Listen to me. Y'all have been fooled by the lowest things. You just have no idea. No, there's a lot of things out there that want them, and they can. You have to rise above the case. They could have let things be. I told you they're not smart either.
I don't eat pork, but I will fry.
Let's see.
For foes, my heart's cold as an icebox. I'm saying that from the skybox, I got scope on you pilgrims. The scope with some real ones. Some of our folks are still dumb. Deaf and blind to the fact that blood, we gon' have this real some warrior spirits inside me. That's where it's real from. The world's a stage, page after page, script is played out. They keep us engaged, placate or rage. This is played out. Rules of a dying society should have been disobeyed out. Forehead and knees on the floor should have been prayed out. The draft is on, go is no issue. Could have bloated in tissue. Now it's control who blows the whistle to who holds the pistols. The debacle's about who holds who the fizzle. Disregarding the aboriginal issue. We not going back and forth about this or that. Whether your word is bound or wet. Here's a big fat yellow, white, red, brown, black. Now, big back. Whether earth is brown or flat. We want our shit back. Ain't fool is known by his speech. Yet if I don't speak, I suffer defeat. I'm other than we, a sucker or me. Stand on 2 feet or turn the other cheek. The wise man known by his silence. Mostly disguised compliance. Silence by clients from conspiring connivance. Other aspirants of violence. Tyrants of fire. Trying and trying to hide. I'm trying to defiant. In environments of migrants, I'm hearing the sirens. Ring in my head, they've got indictments. These pedophile squares, groupies and hyping. Alignments, the assignment. I'm not the wisest, I'm non-client. My refinement and confinement, the requirements for this climate. Y'all push all the paperwork, or y'all can protest, but they can't escape this work. I vow to progress, don't duck, no wreck. Drill music for real. My soul they don't possess. Real foolish with no deal. Ain't playing with none of them. It's personal, know what the business is. Big Mom says come full circle, so vacate your premises. We not going back and forth about this or that. Whether your word is bound or whack. Here's a big fact. Yellow, white, red, brown, black. Mau, or big pack. Whether earth is brown or flat. We want our shit back. We not going back and forth about this or that. Whether your word is bound or whack. Here's a big fact. Yellow, white, red, brown, black. Mau, big black. Whether earth is brown or flat. We want our shit back. Signs and symbols are for the conscious minds, y'all.
They say start. What are they doing? Number count?
And with that on the temple, Draw. Vision the past night, yeah, a circulus round. Created successful reality from a virtual now. How? Stand on my square cause they usurp your power. Them same little sneaky breezies that'll hurt you. They smile all up in your face, all up in your space. And I ain't talking all bras, but dogs with whole trace. So I walk tall kittens while y'all cross slow race. I stay focused on walking through them tall gold gates. Draw magic circle around me to keep me from harm. The law fat checks purposely, but
7 grams. Gotta go on them right there.
Peace to a bomb, blow the joint, and split the range, the plane.
Shadow Hawk.
I've encompassed my inner demons. 490-degree angles, guarded by HERU, shiny elite angels. Thank you, and I, of course, am the chief triangle. If I die before I wake, well, at least I'll fly in plain view. I am my circle, how I govern 4 corners. Wise as a serpent for certain amongst foreigners. Out of state, out of place, in the space they storing us. Learning firsthand of what fate was forewarned of us. I recall when bro and I spit flows, dope man, fly in the shell at Southampton, kept slow, stay high. Years later, he's the same degree, just gained density. Gave my synopsis, he's toxic. I prayed I
got that.
By locals, I've raised my moral ground. Way have my character, stay fly, the conduct squared up. Self-esteem, the day sky, new God on what the world's been waiting for. The days not, may I think I don't abide by the same ethics. They saying respect, you obtain the credit for keeping the obelisk erect, but with strange ethics. But the epic of my name will reign and remain epic. Circumscribe my passions, my squares, my lift. Ask, is it worth the ride? Yeah, it's rare, I spit, but the beach churchified, so I bear my shit. It hurt, I cried, this kitten that it tried to eclipse my soul, bounce back from it, announce it, I'm done with.
We're gonna run this in Olmec and we're gonna get it started, you know what I mean?
Lion conquereth over this numbness, made a conscious shift.
Indigenous resistance. Warrior spirit. Turtle Island. This is for my peoples. Drop.
Too much debate, too much hating, too much faking, too much grand staging, too much handshaking, too much land taking, too much manipulating. Too much you can, but you snaking. Too much of a friend, yet you stuck through Nathan. Complain too much instigating, too much insinuating. You too much of an Asian. Celebrities too, heavenly bodies got you stargazing. Dilated peoples, stark amazement. Top chart chasing, your heart racing. Spellbound, too much dark sayings. Am I saying too much? Am I paint can graffiti art? Spraying too much to spark in the dark basement day. Breaking too much, these monks operate too much ego, way too much for me, yo.
Now with all the fake check-ins. Either you're from the soil or you're not. Indigenous resistance. Warrior spirit. Turtle Island. This is for my peoples. Drop.
Too much debate, too much hating, too much faking, too much grand staging, too much handshaking, too much land taking, too much manipulating. Too much you can, but you snaking. Too much of a friend, yet you stuck through Nathan. Complain too much instigating, too much insinuating. You too much of an Asian. Celebrities too, heavenly bodies got you stargazing. Dilated peoples, stark amazement. Top chart chasing, your heart racing. Spellbound, too much dark sayings. Am I saying too much? Am I paint can graffiti art? Spraying too much to spark in the dark basement day. Breaking too much, these monks operate too much ego, way too much for me, yo.
I got the Hornets and everything over here drinking.
Now with all the fake check-ins.
They getting that mushroom coffee.
Either you're from the soil or you're not.
Come over here, right here. Come over here, Papa. Right here.
And this ain't even a half. They've displaced you engine, replaced you engine, erase you through paper. Genocide engine, land session agreements, a fake space, few engine change days to purposely misplace you.
Jeff G, Black Wild Indian, Millennial Best, Mac.
Not a grown woman, a grown man engine in vacuum.
That's a McCloud. What's going on, y'all?
Legal fiction, non-living show. Damn, engine, how long?
over here, y'all know that. What's that? You gonna lock it in, man.
Coming to save you, a great new world awaits you, engine. They intend to continue to rape and enslave you, bound to a remix of religion, a graven image and reset the same station.
That's why I came that horny way. That's why
you just wait, can't slay you, engine.
Yeah. He drinking, man. Hey, that's all good, man. I like it,
but it's the return of the ancient ones. We back. Hold fast, let me get that. Mouth to rip that. Gift wrap, not with rhetoric. Chit chat, shit back, go back and forth. On platforms for an intro scratch. Rich stack for a Kit Kat or a Big Mac. Temporary kid shipment that don't kiss back. Shit swag. We hit and get our shit back. Restoration of what was overthrown. American engines, old organic gold, not provolone. Home alone, all foreigners gone. Surefire, shoot, Hebrew, Muslim, Mason, Moorish, cornerstone. Fraternal orders up, forest Rome. You've no substantial foundation, flawless zone. Bottomless pit up, broken promises. Home through landlines or cordless phones. Lines lay lies, aligned with constellations. Rocks cry out till the land, till the soil is gone and corn is grown. The war is on. My words won't. Show. With all foreigners off the land. That includes all you corporations, all you different nationalities. Anything that is an American engine, you need to get the fuck on. We ain't playing this time. We understand exactly what y'all motherfuckers did. Akichiwa.
Oh, Mac, you know how to do this, man. You know you had to bring this, right?
And my music, and a lot of this music, it's only talking about the oppressed rising up against the oppressor. That's all. That's what my music's about. The oppressed rising up against the oppressor. So the only people that's scared are the oppressors. The only people who could have any harm coming to them are those who
hit the jackpot. Fold this wings all the way back. Look at him.
3 pound pressure.
You know that coffee right now with the honey and
drop the oppressor. Need no surrender. 3 pound
abdomen
pressure.
pumping.
No weight blesser. Drop the oppressor. Need no surrender. 3 pound pressure. No weight blesser. Drop the oppressor. Need no surrender. 3 pound pressure. No weight blesser. Drop the oppressor.
Even little ass ant finds way up here.
It's time for a change, gotta bounce up. The oppressor's about to get tossed up. I'ma lay him out. Execution style's too late, but apologetic claim. You wrapped in a cloak of flame, by God, it's over. Doing your time is to the end. Locked out silent without sin. He put me on the better for justice to win. The oppressor's about to get rolled down. With suppressors attached in a war zone. Revolution could start in the Arizona. I'm a messenger popping like Theracone. Backed by the honorable, who sits at the pinnacle. Who judges the hypocritical, cynical, and the pitiful simple. My thinking is critical. I'm just ventilating of the actions of the protective service. Quick to pull the Glock, blast and kill. This don't take any type of skill. No, I'm ill of all citizens who haven't took a stand. Oh, and Neil's too late when the caps get bills. Don't believe it till you see it type. Ruin hits close to home. You gotta act the bone, but it got the dome. When it's on the zone, all red and my vision through sight. It's killer be killed whenever I fight. From above, I be given the right. So you better be ready to ride tonight. On the way to the dawn daylight. We gon' rid them off, so gon' pass the kite. 3 pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, need no surrender. 3 pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, need no surrender. 3 pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, need no surrender. 3 pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, need no surrender. This world is such a, and when I say this world, I mean it. I don't mean in the ideal sense. I mean in the, every day, every little thing you do. It's such a, gimme.
Everybody back off.
You know, everybody's like, you taught that from school, everywhere. Big business. If you want to be successful, you want to be like Trump, gimme, push, step, crush. That's how it all is. And it's like, nobody ever stopped.
This Hornet is loving it. As y'all know, that was ToLU'S and my boy, our brother Olmec. Okay, he sent me some just instrumental. I want to hear some words. All right, I've been writing a little bit. Well, not here. When I was back at Page, it's in my notebook in one of the totes. Roy Allen made this statement: "A lie is a lie, even if everyone believes it. The truth is the truth, even if nobody believes it." You know, a lot of us still getting hit by these fake foreign fact checkers, as if we care what they're saying. And this deliberates on the fact of, look, we're going to kill you, and you're gonna do as we say, because the CIA, propaganda-wise, we've indoctrinated you. No, you ain't inoculated everybody. And just because you still need those people in the fear mode to buy in all your monkeypox, all your whatever. No, just like I keep telling people don't die from cancer. I learned that in medical school. Right? They die because of the stuff that our sister made, chemotherapy, the radiation therapy, right, which was never meant for that. Heart failure, kidney failure, And only a handful of doctors make this statement and put it out there because they're not afraid of the system and the lie of the corporation that's been experimenting on my ancestors and people and chopping them up and sending them all over to medical schools. See, we don't have the courage and all that other stuff. We can talk about things relevant to facts. Now, if any one of them want to come over here and fact check me on anything I've stated, I would enjoy and I would endure their moment of inconsistency. We know they got a bunch of youngins all hot at the trigger wanting to, I wish they would, to speed it up. They have no idea. They talking riddles and lies based on relevant history that's relevant to them, being some fake custodians. We're going to use that term, okay? Start throwing other stuff out there to take you back to War of the World and all that other stuff. And War of the World was based on something, okay? So the truth is still the truth, even if no one believes it, and the lie is a lie, even if everyone believes it. I mean, November 5th, how many of you so-called black folks, what is your vote going to do? You voted for a lot of your family members and a lot of you walking around with issues. You voted for that. You know, I always say you vote for your quick death or your slow death. Do you want to be on the guillotine or do you want to be hung by the neck? Do you know why they separate you here? Do you know why? Can any of y'all right now talk about their rationale for cutting off the head? He wanted me cleaned up and came back. I got a little hornet here. I was enjoying my mushroom coffee that I have yet to sip on. The overspill. You don't know what the French Revolution was about? Getting rid of the original people of France. Just like in Germany, just like in so-called Britain, just like in so-called St. Petersburg or Russia, to which there were those on the opposite side who stopped it, and that's why there were thousands, if not millions, of Abkhazarians, the original people of Georgia and St. Petersburg, who fought in World War I. Somebody please fact check that. I want to know, why do you think they utilized beheading? At first it was manual. Like you see the little hybrids down there killing one another for nothing. Well, because, you know, certain officials and this, that, and the other put people to the task to take hits on people so they can keep living their illustrious lie of existence. Do y'all have any idea why they believe that removing the head would it signify that you don't come back reincarnated? Does it signify that you can never walk through the afterlife? Let me help you out with something. See that 7 grams that your body gives up? You know, 7 grams, you know, that your body gives up when you, right, expire? Beheading don't stop nothing. Just like when you conceptualize, when the so-called, they call the sperm and the seed, the egg, come together, life already exists. There's a bright light. And that 7 grams is right there. And then the process of growth begins based on the energy of that source. But they want to be able to grasp, you know, the ghost of the machine. You know what I mean? The beheading doesn't do nothing. As far as the narrative in France, it was to, let me open this, but I believe to strike terror and a few other things. I think equality, terror, and the radical nature of dismemberment as well. It was to subjugate people so they can continue doing it. I mean, they had lines. For those who don't really know it, because I actually, when I was in France, I read this little black book during the so-called French Revolution. And I was surprised to see that they actually sketched in dark lines for the people on the line to the guillotine being beheaded. And someone or somewhere energy composed them people to allow it to proceed. I guess maybe they learned how it all ended. While the knuckleheads and the great-great-grandchildren of those there now, great-great-great-great-grandchildren of those there now, who are oblivious to the reality of the situation that they're part of now. The ignorance, just like here, you know, you got you got sundown towns in so-called Great America. And that should allude to something with these monkeys in politics with their little Zionists on their lapel telling them, this is what you got to do. This will have to happen. Don't worry, you'll be given everything. Everything's covered. You don't, no matter what you do. You know, you already been to the island. You already got to do a little, you know, bad things. Just keep up the charade and misleading the people. We keep studying them. And when I say fake Jews, I say that with authority because that's what they are. Now, there are some Shemitic people who are oblivious to who they really are, walking in those ranks, that perversion of a rank. I'll accept any rabbinical monkey to come over here, rabbi, or anyone else to come over here. I will gladly set up everything to do a podcast with any one of them. Any execs that were once on Wall Street over there now spitting pepper. All right? Who like harming little children and so forth. I'm not here to stop. That's y'all's problem. You know what I mean? Y'all could have stopped this. Y'all's mammies and pappies, your uncles and aunties, your grandmammies and grandpappies could have stopped this, you know, 60, 70, 80 years ago. Even, yeah. Oh, yeah. But because we like, you know, the Tupacs and I'm not gonna start naming all these actors and Cardi B's and musics and entertainers and this, that. When I'm not gonna start mentioning them. All right, your NFL, your sports players, and all this other nonsense. Your worthless lying preachers, fathers, and all them other things in the religious context and imams. Well, at least they're pretty pissed. And they're just fighting. But the gravity of it all is you have this absurdity. Now, why am I doing this? To teach them a lesson, to leave the platform alone, to go about their business and mess with all those other ones they want to articulate and attribute to all the little things going on. I'm going to continue doing what I do. And as I stated, I'm not giving it no energy. I don't feel no. You would think that I feel some kind of way, right? No, they work in blackmail and this, that, and the other, and fact checking and blah, blah, blah. Things that are relevant to them that they utilize as a consortium of control over you because you've been inoculated and indoctrinated into the nonsense of this whimsical world they've created. You still have light skins talking about Tartary and don't even know who built it. That's how pragmatically dysfunctional, pragmatic in their dysfunction, a lot of you light-skinned folk are. You are so whitewashed in your own fictional narrative of fake privilege that you can't even get honest. Only a handful, and they all foreigners, French, Italian, Bonacci, the French guy Pierre, or whatever his name is, a wonderful Muslim who was German and Irish, Sadiq, what's his name? Sadiq, or Sadat, I forget his name, who've elaborated, well, America was built by those so-called African Americans and blacks. I mean, all these individuals are, well, we don't even have to go into the sister that was teaching, you know, the diversity of racism and everything else, showing how ignorant, and the fact that y'all ain't invent and create nothing. You know why the drone flies? And how quick they weaponize that? Oh, they weaponized it a while ago. Y'all just didn't know it. I've had several drones myself. Do you know why they behead people? Do you know why most of the countries eat raw meat, beef, which is not our food? No, we still partake in it because, you know, who wants to go out there and kill a bison? We didn't hunt and eat bison. We most of the time did partake in seafood, fish, all right, and oysters, and mussels, and clams. Oh, our people did. But most of our diet was pumpkin, squash, a plethora of herbs, some that don't even exist. Cucumber, zucchini, you know what I'm saying? All kinds of nuts, even pine nuts, piñons, all that. More than in your body, like, it produces protein from what you eat. You don't need to put in protein. When they say plant-based protein, are you realize you're supposed to get it from the so-called freeze-dried and colorized and all these other additives into the protein powders that you partake in? No. They got you far away from it so they can further distill and phonetically, let's break it down a little more. No, I wasn't here to say anything. I just wanted to go ahead and read and do lives and talk about little simple things based on you researching and finding out some things. But like I said, they got a whole, and this is not against my, obviously I've got a little, I guess, Spanish, and whatever you want to call that. That's, anyway, Costa Rican. I mean, but I'm going to say this, and you need to hear this, my Latino brothers and sisters. You have a big, just like the Negroes and the light skins, you've got this big consortium of the most ignoramuses, and a lot of them aren't who you think they are. They weren't above ground per se. They look like you, talk like you, move like you, act like you, somewhat. A little better shape, some of them, a lot of them, majority of them. But you look at Las Vegas with those Latinos walking around bumping into brothers and locking them up. You would think that the system of judges, fiduciaries, and their higher-ups would say, no, stop. It's unnecessary. What is wrong with you? Has the system cooperated with you and perverted you that much that you hate yourself so much that you don't even know your real truth? Oh, it's the costume, the badge, and the gun, that little tiny ass simple training. We do more training than y'all do in 3 days of shooting than y'all do in a year. So again, and then they always look for the sociopaths from the military. The good guys really don't want to be police officers. The guys who went over there and taking life takers and heartbreakers, the ones who realized that, hey, look, I need to get back home to my family. I was watching enough of my buddies, good buddies, pass away. And then you have the ones who get peeved off and they believe in everything they're being fed and they just want to kill. And they're good at it. No, these are smart, intelligent people. Yet, they look for them because they've already been inoculated by the school system, Hollywood, the media, focusing on the Negro. The most hated man in the world is the original man, the so-called black man, who was given more to this world than any one of you Spaniards, if that's what you want to call yourselves. And I don't say that with hate. I say that because a lot of you know the truth, that there's a number of you that are messed up. Just like there's a number of us who are messed up. And we are all related. That's the funny thing. Yeah. You know, when someone of them little knucklehead Negroes kill a Latino, or vice versa, and then you get a uniform on it. I've heard enough melanated people in New York and Jersey. I can't wait to get hold of one of them Puerto Ricans. I'm like, man, if you don't stop that, it's all right, bro. I didn't teach you martial arts. You went to the police force and went through college, so you can come out and get indoctrinated, but you put in a certain place to harass certain people to keep the hate going. Fact check me. Who wants to get honest? Oh, that's right. That's the last thing you want to do is be honest. While you're pushing honesty, right? By the narrative of what they say the word is. I was going to break down the word honor, break it down. I'm choosing not to. I'll let you do it. I smell good, cuz. Whew. That smells good. Okay? You know, it's funny. The prolificators in death. Are y'all aware that in Russia, the CIA created this civilization using Ukrainian Americans who were in the CIA and a few others, and they were literally bombing Russian-speaking Ukrainians. And Russia said no more, and that's the reason why they crossed over. They instigated and created that phenomenon because they wanted to push this war. Just like Papua New Guinea, you have those little half-breed Asians in that little place over there murdering, droning, and bombing innocent Papua New Guineans. Oh, wait a minute. We want to go back to Nairobi or those places and with Germany, when it was hijacked and they conquered the land, and then they started going out to kill the Ethiopians and everybody else. But the Ethiopians are running around with big heads, yet everybody knows that we resemble the Ethiopians and the Hindu. How does this come to be? Now, I'm not going to say everything. All they have to do is unass the asinine additive of addictive behavior. And I'll hold back a few things. It has nothing to do with the story I have to tell, because I do have a story to tell. I don't care if you hear it or not. I just know I'm supposed to tell it. And they might want to hear it. I guarantee you they want to hear it. what is that platform we use that we look at that has all those things, all the war? Telegram, right? Why don't y'all go over there and look at dead Russians and dead Ukrainians? 18 plus and all that other stuff. Why don't y'all have a look? The other ones I'm not going to share with you. Oh, they're just a little too much. And Telegram, as you know, is controlled and ran by the French. Y'all not seeing things for what it is. And some will say, at least it ain't here. You're just being permitted to be comfortable. That's it. I'm not here to spew rhetoric and hate and all that other stuff. I'm here to ask y'all to question. Boy, that stinks, man. I'm here to ask y'all to question everything you think you know. Okay? All my videos that I told I was going to go a different route, change the platform up, that's what I've done. And they just can't help themselves. They can't get beside themselves. And they got little goofy agents waiting there with somebody, their overseer, just do it. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. And they can't help themselves. And I'm going to keep going the direction that I chose without being a harm, problematic. The problem is them, but a problem because I don't care about what they're doing. But I'm always saying a sin that is paramount, it's important that you ascend, and you'll know. It's no one else to tell you. No one else will know. You'll know. Oh, and trust me, you will know that a lot of them believe in a whole lot of lies, and the reason why they keep pushing forward. Oh, they're very perverse. There is no royalty. The crown over there in England is a fraud. People are inoculated and indoctrinated. The royalty is in the lower echelon of existence. The two main characters of bodies hate each other. Mysteriously, to me, funny, but mysteriously, truthfully, so. Yet everybody with all this hate running around in costumes and play out a certain character, right? They have no idea of the truth of anything. Isn't it funny how melanated people, y'all always go to the Gracies. Melanated people created jiu-jitsu, right? It's like they created kung fu. And karate is exactly off of kung fu. But you know they killed, in kate, they killed the original people and chased them out and hunted them down without you knowing. All right? I'd ask you to look into the Hatak people who went to so-called the islands of HERU and the Shi people and handed off fighting scrolls and everything else to prepare, because the fall would be major. Black powder, all that wasn't created by who they tell you. It was created by the Negroid people. If that's the case, how come they didn't invent none of the stuff you see now? Go ahead and drink some more, man. Stop bugging out, cut. Getting all trying to get all in the camera and everything. Flying on from me. Look, I ain't swat you. I would just like to hear somebody say something that's relevant to her, you know, that's based upon a fact. That is not so much eventful, because we're dealing with a whole lot of events. But fact check. Yeah, but you know, you part German and Spanish and Chinese and shut up. You want to play in a field and you want to mess with a storm that is not meant to be unleashed because you think that you can control it or you can figure it out, and you have people who will survive and pass down the information so they can fix it 100 years down the road. And that's not how it's going to work. And that's the fact. It's no challenge. The reality is, slow the hell down. When you're sick already, it's very well known. Leave them brothers and sisters' bodies alone. Stop chopping them up so you can further figure out how to get rid of them. Because your forebearers have an issue with something that was done a long time ago. Long time ago. Very long time ago. Hey, what's up? Where's Mama? She's right there, okay. We just got a little bit more to finish off today. I got in there, got a good little workout with T yesterday. It was magnificent. Ganja got in there. We only got like a quarter left, less than a quarter, right?
Yeah, it's the corner right here.
Yes, the corner. We'll swoop that out. We got to get them bolts and screws so we can tighten that and get it in there, get those bricks and level it up. And then we can converse about what we should do based on what y'all know and what I know as far as the bottom part, what kind of soil we're going to use when we're planting. And the cover. I'm surprised y'all, did either one of y'all Google to see some of the shed covers that we might be able to pull up from Amazon or anything like that, bro? So can y'all check it out?
I was just thinking about greenhouse covers or anything.
Yeah, greenhouse covers. Yeah, exactly. But for that size, do you have the schematics, the size of that?
I have to find the booklet in the house.
All right, cool.
It's buried in all that stuff. I have to find it.
Well, we move it and we find it. Or we pull it up, the one where you ordered it from. Hey, excuse me. Gesundheit, right? Gesundheit. There are a lot of people arguing and fighting, and they think that it's normal. And they still don't want to know about frequencies, manipulation, food, nanotechnology, fountain sodas, and food, and all that kind of stuff. And there's enough people, whistleblowers, coming forward and saying this all over the place. And, you know, they have their way of being dismissive, right? Would y'all do anything that went against nature itself unless something else told you otherwise and showed you something to make you believe otherwise? Yeah. So there are things that y'all have no idea about. You know what I mean? I don't care about them, but y'all probably would. My Latino brothers and sisters, mi familia, slow down being ignorant. There's a lot of wonderful Spanish-speaking folks in this world, magnificent, easily manipulated like any and every one else. Light skins, if you live in a sundown, why are you not making it a change? Not just talking at your city council meetings with half of them who've been bought and paid for. Same thing with you people like always talking about Jesus and like God and all that, right? Remember, I'm not dismissing the notion of a God. I'm dismissing religion in its totality. And the fact that you are looking outside of yourselves when you were endowed me read something to you. Is God supposed to be wisdom? So in James chapter 3, verse 13, who is wise and understanding among you? Let him show it by his good conduct. The good conduct could be misleading. It could be good conduct in the Jannah of things, right? But that's not what it's alluding to. By deeds done in the humility that comes from wisdom. Now, I don't see any wisdom, stinking wisdom. I see a whole lot of Jannah. Corinthians 11. Let's have a look at this. Doth not even nature itself teach you that if a man have long hair, it is a shame unto him? Why do you think they wrote that lie? Isn't that relegated to we're not going to mess with the Britannica. So you can hear, well, Samson was no Ashkenaz or whatever, Turk or whatever. Samson was the last of the judges of the ancient Israelites, Judeans, mentioned in the book Atlanteans of Judges, chapter 13 through to 16, and one of the last leaders who judged Israel before the institution of the monarchy. Y'all know what the monarchy is? He is sometimes considered an Israelite version of the popular Near Eastern folk hero, also embodied by the Sumerian Gilgamesh and Enkidu, as well as the Greek Hercules. Samson was given superhuman powers by God in the form of extreme strength. The biblical account states that Samson was a Nazarite, and that he was given immense strength to aid him against his enemies and allow him to perform superhuman feats, including slaying a lion with his bare hands and massacring a Philistine army with a donkey. Not these individuals today, okay? With a donkey's jawbone, and after offending groomsmen at his wedding to one. Now, the cutting of Samson's long hair would violate his Nazarite vow and nullify his ability. So a vow to not cut your hair. Why they grow a lock. The reason why we grow dreads. I'm just giving little tidbits for you to know. Yet that has been perverse with the new generation. You know, homosexuality and all that kind of stuff. I mean, look at Germany. Who controls Germany today? The very ones Hitler was trying to get put out and keep away. He himself being one himself, but being a Catholic, Protestant, right? Something like that. I thought it was Catholic. Catholic. Well, yeah, whatever. One and the same if you ask me.
Right.
Okay. Now, I remember when I was in Germany, I saw all the little sex museums in Amsterdam and Holland, you know, and all the little gay bars. You couldn't help but walk by them and look in and be like, what are them dudes all hugged up, smoking weed in Amsterdam? And in Germany, killed Germany and other places, I was not surprised at what I witnessed. And the taxation without representation and all the other things. The homelessness, the drugs, and everything else. Drug abuse. Same thing in France. Now you got all these people, these individuals running to fight war. War. And they, in their confliction, believe, lack of knowing and knowledge, that And it's okay. You're doing it for a good thing. Where's the good thing at? Where's the good for me and everybody? Who is it good for? And yet, everybody's so quick to brandish their sleeve and their chip on their shoulder as if they were born with it or came into existence with it. But they show the manipulation. They show the zombie-like qualities of existence. Again, they made you believe that cornflakes and Eggo waffles and all that stuff and Pop-Tarts was healthy and beneficial. FD yellow and all these dyes and colors that most countries have stopped utilizing. Processed meat, even the pickles have been perverted. Cucumbers, right? And vinegar with dill, mustard seed, you know, some onions and whatever. But there's a chemical in there that's carcinogenic. The cancer isn't really the problem. It's the viral load of poisons and toxins that create this hemisphere, right? Kind of makes sense. I would have y'all look into that. Don't take my word for it. The fact that we used to have eggs and they would last, god dog, forever, man, outside the fridge until we were ready to eat them. Even potatoes without growing existential arms. Like you need to plant it right away after 3 or 4 days. How about the fact that the avocado ripes so quick and it's supposed to be a Haas avocado? And it starts browning and spotting before you even know it. And yet, you think you're normal. Are you aware that the pink little piggy, smartest dogs, is not the same as the wild boar? How about the turkey is not the same as the wild turkey, the buzzard, which is his cousin? How about the cow, which is a hybridized between 2 or 3 creatures that actually didn't exist before the 1600s? And yet the Jews talk about, let's get these red heifers that pop up every, 600 years or so? I forget how that goes. Through manipulation. The fact that people are still stroking their egos, thinking that they're the answer to all the problems, and they haven't even touched the damn head of the problem. We woke now, and all these other, you know what I'm saying? Tartar. Eggs of life and all the other stuff we consume. Well, I stopped eating raw fish a while ago. When I realized I started paying attention, I studied a little more. We did not eat raw anything. Our diets were 90% fruit and vegetable. The other part was fish. It's funny, during the slavery time, they call it POW, whatever you want to call it, is when they started eating pig and beef and that nasty ass chicken. Oh man, that chicken in the shoebox. Are y'all aware of why they put cloves on and honey and pineapple on ham? What does cloves do for the stomach and sleep? It helps push out the parasites, right? Make you go boo-boo, right? Cleansing, right? Nobody else did that. We were the ones that did that. We based on knowledge of knowing for survival. While they were chopping down our great trees, killing off all the animals and things that we knew that we could, if need be, partake in. Humbly, respectfully, responsibly, respectfully. Poisoning our oceans and our lakes and seas with major industries, corporations for war. And you still want to run around with Negroes who want to fight each other and light skins and everything, racism and this, that, and all that. Is that what you, all my beloved little beautiful people, is that what you want? Colorism, race identities and all that. And what do you think that's for? They need to know who's who, what they created, what they manipulated, and what they're against. Is that complicated? I don't want to be talking about this crap. But you're a very stubborn people. Very, very stubborn. A noun, I'll tell you the word in a minute. A thing that is or is likely to be wrongly perceived or interpreted by the senses. The illusion makes parallel lines seem to diverge by placing them on a zigzag striped background. So that's an illusion, right? That's an illusion. Based on what? Energy vortex? Cortex? What was it? So an illusion. A false idea or belief. Plural, as an illusion, or illusion, excuse me. He had no illusions about the trouble she was in. He knew she was in trouble. Okay. I put it at 10 minutes. They go back and put it back to 30 seconds. They're so scary. You can't make this stuff up. Latin. Prestige or prestige, right? So what is the exact meaning? A misleading image presented to the vision, optical illusion, something that deceives or misleads intellectually. Perception of something objectively existing in such a way as to cause misinterpretation of its actual nature, therefore cause misinterpretation of how to deal with something. And didn't the Supreme Court state that the police don't have to serve and protect? So therefore, why are they going after individuals who make statements whether wrong or right, correct or incorrect, if it's of an importance, without threatening a person's life? I would advise no one to be out here threatening people. Don't be stupid, okay? Do not be stupid. Because a lot of you have these emotions and feelings all over the place, and the first thing you want to do is you want to threaten people. I mean, look at that woman in California talking to those little 16-year-old girls at a pumpkin patch, right? And she literally assaults them. And it doesn't look like she missed one bit of her chemical sandwich or salad. Yeah, we're not woke though, hon. You're either going to learn how to ascend or you're not. Don't run around talking about woke and all that other fast. That's like this new fashion of people walking around with shoulders out to here and big square things and mummified clothing and some of the weirdest stuff I've seen at some of these events. But I know what you're saying, sis. Delusion is what had people far from the truth. Just like when they say the earth is round, based still on, solidly on theory. Only relevant because NASA or whatever, to deceive, is the mainstay of everything. Everybody has been well deceived. And yet people still want to fight, destroy one another. Tell me this, what is that called? We'll use a biblical text because I know a lot of you prefer that. Whether it's allegories, stories, or whatever, myth or legend, whatever. So let's go to 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 7 in the King James. 7 through 12 in the King James Version. For the mystery of iniquity doth already work. For the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Only he who now letteth will let, until he be taken out of the way. So if somebody makes a statement, I remove them. I guess it's supposed to stop. And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan, even him whose coming is after the working of Satan, Hashatan, whatever you want to call him, with all power and signs and lying wonders. Lying wonders. Lying wonders. Let's pull that up right quick. Lying wonders is a term from the Bible that refers to the false signs and miracles that Satan uses to deceive people into following the Antichrist. I mean, then somebody shared to me this fake Santa Maria, Saint Maria, and the feet broke off and had an inverted cross in there. I'm not saying go run and break up your little, fake Mary Magdalenes, okay? All right. So even him whose coming is after the working of Satan, with all power and signs of his and lying wonders, and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. Now we know a lot of these words mean opposite of what we are reading, but contextual reasons. And for this cause God shall send them strong delusion, that they should believe a lie, that they all might be damned who believed not the truth, but had pleasures in unrighteousness. Well, that could mean many things. It could mean those who were the service and did what they did against their own people, right? And those who got them in this position. When we were protecting the world, we're ready to fight to the last. They take them and get rid of them as well. Yes, all these little things running around, adrenochrome and sacrifice, and raw pituitary or adrenal glands and all that other stuff, or whatever it's like, right? Pineal biting, So I've read some stuff, did I have to witness it? No, I've seen enough weird stuff as it is. Strong delusion is real. And they are capitalized their systems and everything that you've created, your ancestors, right? To utilize against you, to have you in strong delusion, not aware that they're in strong delusion as well. Power is a strong delusion. Did you all know that? That power is a fictional state. Hey, Carrie. Baby Girl Slaughter. Max V. Yes, they're paying above average salary to police these sites for misinformation, which translates to censorship. Yes. And then they're going to censor because they're in control of the narrative. I feel there are a lot of them that have family which depends on them to eat, so they can't address without ostracizing from those demons during their degree. Bernard, what's going on, beloved? Deb D, Snoo, what's up, hon? There's a DJ named Slick Rick in Memphis that was beheaded. I wonder why. Yeah, let me pull it up. I was actually looking at that when I heard, I think TikTok said something like that. Tragic. Rick Buchanan, a popular Memphis DJ known as Slick Rick, was found decapitated in the Burgh neighborhood earlier this week. Wasn't that in the beginning of 2024 or something like that, if I remember right when I read about it? On May 23rd, 2008, New York Governor David Peterson granted Slick Rick a full and unconditional pardon on attempted murder charges. The governor was pleased with his behavior since, okay, that's Slick Rick the rapper. Let's pull up. I want to show you all this Slick Rick. Not the Slick Rick you think. That's the Slick Rick found decapitated. Did they ever solve it? I don't know. They couldn't tell you. Yet, and that is one out of many. I'll say hello to everybody. Excuse me, where's the lone wolf? What's going on? Got all y'all up in here. Millennial? Yes. Baby girl. Anyway, I just want to make sure I hope I said hi to all. I understand it's a slaughter, but isn't when you become woke from slumber, you're still in the beginning without full awareness, yes. Spelling the spells. You have strong delusion. When you are awakened from your slumber, you are asleep. And when you're asleep, you are truly awake in your true existence of self. Actually, that's pretty good. Yeah, I'm going to look into that, hun. As far as Slick Rick, I'm going to look into it and see what I can find out. I have a couple of people in Memphis who I can chat with, see if they may have found anything out, who are kind of big into the DJing and all that kind of stuff. Yet, regardless of all that, they think that everything they do is all right because somebody says it's all right based on the narrative painted to put y'all in a false presumption based on delusion. And so people hate you based on who created the Ku Klux Klan. Remember I read his name? He was a Jew. Who painted the narrative of racism or created racists. We can go to Franz Boas and all those individuals. That is deeper than that. And we know the Masonic Order in its beginning, its initiative, had nothing to do with all these people running around because, I'm going to mention Prince Hall because he was a sellout. Okay? We can get into reading. I got a whole lot of stuff on him and him wanting to be and why. And remember, I met people who were of the Scottish Rite, literally in highest orders, beyond some 33rd, whatever you want to call it. That's why I really don't have respect for a lot of people I grew up with who joined these orders back home in Jersey. If you want to find one of the best traders, you go to New York, New Jersey. You go to any liberal state, you'll get anybody that's a trader who will sell you out in a heartbeat, thinking that they're doing themselves a favor, when all they did was put themselves in the worst position. And we have a lot of them. Oh, that's so good. Morning coffee. It wasn't a rap. No, it wasn't a rapper. No, I just showed this picture. I just showed this picture. That's Slick Rick, the DJ, not the rapper. Yet at the same time, though, beheading doesn't do nothing. It's a form of torture. Misaligned, misguided. It's still some false sense of tough guy. If you could only see some of the faces when they get caught, the ones who do beheading, if you could just look at their faces and you'd be like, oh, dude, put away your, I was made to do it. Put it away. A lot of times, y'all, you know, people out here murdering their own relatives, cousins, and don't even know it. Bloodlines. And I know the big hoo-ha about, you know, the Cabbage Patch, when they're manipulated, they don't have a soul. Oh, yes, they do. For those who use the term soul. Oh, man. Now, I know some of you in your head, the ones who really be thinking about this, like, don't you say you don't care? I really don't care about what they're doing. Why would I state that y'all should be ascending and moving away from fear if that's the case? I am not sharing anything that has not been spoken about before. I'm just putting together pieces, little pieces that you have to put together the rest. I am not no founder of it. This stuff is all around you. Yet you are being manipulated. I'm surprised you just can't see. Hey, man. It could have been easily the right offer. I could have been here to mislead and everything. Like I said, they're not smart. And what's the offer? Y'all think money? Man. They're not tired of the little monkeys behind the platform manipulating. They're making that kind of person. I don't think they want to do that. They don't care what they're training and what they're capable and what they good to eat and the fact that they go. I doubt they get to go into certain chambers and recover expeditiously quicker than y'all or whatever. Okay. The funny thing about Deadpool, he looked like he had cancer. He survived the burn marks, right? Yet he could regenerate limbs and stuff. You think that was just to paint a picture? Hey, Charlie, what's going on, beloved? I know I haven't been in a whole bunch of people's lives lately. We've been busy and we've been tired, and we're like Will Survives, you know, when the elements. You dig what I'm saying? And I think it's magnificent. You know what I mean? Hey T, I'm gonna order like 4 of those things at Cashapp, bro. That way we all have one, and then we have the one that we could just utilize, see how it works between 3. And then we'll, you know, have the other one just to see how long that lasts. You know what I'm saying? Each one a piece, just, you know. But I'm not here. It's not about stopping. And someone said, well, you can't stop it anyway. Yeah, sure. I'm not here to stop not a damn thing. think anyone is. This stuff has to play out. No, I can be sped up though. That it can. Imagine sitting there in a big flash and you feel it. You know what I mean? And all those underneath, right? Now, it's going down and it's going about their way. And all of a sudden there's a flash down there too. And all the tunnels collapsing. Water rushing. The little Vietnamese, you know, with the water they can hide right here and the water come and flood. You know, no. Everything, all the vehicles, all the things you know nothing about, all of a sudden exploding everywhere. In the oceans. And those who decided to sit there and do nothing. And those who decided to wait. I'm not going to tell you the story now. You better than ask. And take a little, what they call it, a chill pill. Or the smallest violin. Why is it that y'all don't want to go ahead and live and enjoy? And I ain't talking about stupid go out, get drunk and party and eat everything else. I'm talking about actually come together just for a last hoo-ha. To actually work together. Yeah, Olmec, man, yeah. I saw you called me. My phone's acting weird, so because I'm going to get a different service. Verizon could suck it, you know what I mean? And their little staff, because they're misled too, and they're hard-headed. Trying to charge me something I don't owe them. And then turn around, hey, look, well, we can minimalize and we can change. Oh, man, take it and shove it. Y'all, they're not too intelligent. Well, they're intelligent, but they don't know how to utilize it. Look, I'm going to go off, and I'm going to come back on in about an hour to read, and then after that, we're going to be digging in that hole. And we're going to be moving some things around. And then we'll show you what we got. All right? I'll make sure to put this on charge, go live. We're talking about after I do the reading, when I get into the science of sacred secretion and all that, okay? The little humble, respectful, child-friendly, children-friendly, family-friendly, as I've been doing, okay? You got a Cashapp, you can donate. Hornet. Then I guess that caffeine got it. They got that little critter wound up. Legs are hanging while it's flying. I think it's drunk from the caffeine or something. I don't know. I hope it don't harm him. But anyway, you got my new P.O. box in the description. Baby girl, I think she got me some galoshes. I can't wait to get those. I dug out all my Carhartt because we're going to be working. And when we're working, I'll probably be just coming on once every other day to read a lot. Okay, and that's going to be about the sum of it, to break things down, because that's all I want to do is read to y'all and break things down based on my perception and my opinion of things. And I wasn't talking about no stupid science and this, that, and all that other goofy stuff. I don't care about it. All right? And I have other forms, other things to show you a plethora of things y'all invented and that you have no idea about. I just gave y'all tantamount to the reality. I just gave y'all a little bit. I'd like to see y'all get out of this race stuff, get out of all this hate, language barriers. Our people spoke many languages. Why don't y'all take it about yourselves to purchase or utilize, some of those things to help you learn the language? Now, I choose not to speak certain things and stuff like that, but I understand. I have a deeper understanding when I'm listening to people talk, and they know. Allow yourself, allow your brain to work instead of what you become so comfortable with. Hey, old man, before we paint, you need to come up here, bro. Bring the old wifey up here. Come on up here and see. All right, old man. And those you're closer to, stop putting it off. Just come on. It ain't gonna kill you. All right. It's good to see you, Charlie. Come on. I mean, I feel like I'm begging or something. I'm not doing that. That ain't my problem. No, but just come on up, all right? Come on through. All right? Everybody worried. Put me to work. I'm afraid of a little real work. You ain't gonna be working nothing. When you come overseas and you see what's going on, then you realize. All right? Yeah, it's overdue. And we're closer too, bro. No excuses, all right? No excuses, bro.
I've been waiting for him. I told him to pull up a long time ago.
Oh, you did? You told him to pull up a long time ago? Oh, okay.
I understand life is life.
Well, no, he's busy, bro. He's got.
That's
They
what
got
I'm saying. Life be life, so I don't.
Yeah, they got. Yeah, life be life. They got their business, bro. Especially if it's hard to get good workers, and you get us helping you paint, cuz yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? But believe me, it ain't gonna be a whole lot. We're gonna be doing like a lot of families on YouTube. Like we'll have the weekends where we really get hard working, and the days we feel like, hey, let's put up this wall, or let's at least fabricate and build them. Make sure the measurements, and then take the weekend. After we top everything to put stuff up, everything's gonna have a way that is beneficial and meaningful. We're not just gonna be all ham out. I mean, it's impossible. Yeah, everything takes a little fiat. You know what I'm saying? Responsibly. And I just drug out all. Y'all gonna be like, I just drug out all knee braces, wrist, elbow, tendonitis, whatever, man. Back. There's more down there. We gotta have more, but so that way we some injured soldiers, y'all. We got some injuries, y'all. So that way we're all, safe. You know what I mean? I know we don't have to explain it. My lady and her brother. Okay. Yeah, come on, man. Come on up, man. Come on. So you'd be like, yeah, okay, and you can be a voice of record. You know what I'm saying, beloved? I just want to get away from the other stuff I was talking about, because and I also think utilizing the religious context of the King James or whatever can proliferate something that might be based on people's desire, something beneficial to look into and see beyond the mascara, the makeup. You know what I mean? Could things be put out there to cause people to turn away from it and it be based on the truth? Absolutely. But don't you think if that was the case, the creator is more endowed and smarter than everything? So, regardless of who the creator or what, even if it's you who spoke yourself into existence and got locked off somewhere, you can't seem to find your way out, hypothetically, I don't know. Many things are possible. You better believe they do have a lot of texts and stuff to know of the old world to a degree to stand up and do what they're doing. But you better believe, you think about it, very misguided also. Because when you think about it, there's no purpose to it other than the purpose that they've been told. And I think that this, because of what's going on, to give more clarity as more whistleblowers come forward, reading the Delectable Negro would be something of an actual decent read right now. But we'll see when we cross that line as well. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and shut it off a little bit. Again, y'all can donate to Cashapp. I do have a Zelle. I'm thinking about putting up the QR code, putting it up so that way y'all can go ahead and scan it if you want to do it that way. And it goes directly into the account where I transfer the money to. And that's up to you guys. And we could take it from there. You know what I mean? I just had enough. I just want to build, read, and that's it. That's it. Like I said, I change the content. I want to show a lot of stuff. We're about to get to that point where we're just boom, boom. Measure. Oh, man, I made a mistake. Don't worry, we'll use it for that. You know, crossing those lines, no boundaries, just crossing those lines and, you know, allowing it to be fun. You know what I mean? We're not trying to build some UFO and some magnetic rail gun laser. No, please. We're just a little house on the prairie type thing. You know, we're going to build some place where we can relax and chill, help, you know, and bill maintenance and everything else. You know, whether it's the IRS, whatever. We don't care. You know what I'm saying? It's, you know, it sounds like our care is the same as concerns. What you care about doesn't have nothing to do with your concerns. Some will say, well, they're one and the same. No. My tire might be going flat. That's a concern, right? Based on getting on the road and having a blowout. My care, like my family, the fact that we use the word love, and to illuminate that, some would say is a concern. No, the concern of my love the family would be concerned that something is wrong or they didn't make it through a flood or a hurricane. You see what I'm saying? There's a big difference. Our language has been misrepresented, misinterpreted, and weaponized, just like everything else. I was the first one expressing to people that this could be our actual language. And people are like, you crazy, you crazy. I'm like, oh, it's funny that if you go back and look at all the languages spoke, this would not be one around the world. The fact that I was always saying it's Germanic, by the definition, right? Now people are starting to realize, oh, it's possible. Oh, it's plausible. Did light-skinned folk exist during Tartary? Heck yeah. They controlled certain places and their domains and certain things and worked hand in hand. But our builders were everywhere. HERU wasn't no light skin. I'm just pointing it out. I mean, you can take it and run with it and do what you want with it. I don't really care. But imagine, to change the order of things, let's make a new race of people based on the dynamic of their ideology. And a lot of y'all are running around like that. And you think it's sweet goosum. I mean, Spanish ladies, if you got a big old gadunka of light skins or whatever, right? And that's not natural to your existence. I mean, I have a plethora of pictures that allude to that. So, you want to talk about mixing and hybridization and all that other stuff? Well, we can get into that if you want to. But I don't have a belief in that. I just have a knowing of some things. So again, I'm going to go ahead and shut it off. I appreciate you guys. Hey, Pierre Brunson, what's going on? Young Cherokee. What's happening? I'm gonna slide it off again. You can even, like I said, if you donate, you can state whether it's for a screwdriver, a hammer, nails, nails for the nail gun, or whatever. Okay, or just pay for books like some of you do. All right, and I'll see y'all in about an hour. All right. See y'all in an hour. I am so